Hello, students. Today I have brought a new concept in Python. Though we have discussed the complete syllabus in 11th and 12th as well. But as far as I am concerned, I found that students are facing problems while using the slicing. So, to how to clear that concept of slicing in Python, I have brought the video or I have brought the complete presentation and hope this presentation will help you finding the accurate slicing and accurate part of the list, rather list or strings as well. So here slicing, I'm going to explain slicing on list and tuple as well, because applying slicing on different concepts like tuple, list, and strings uh, is similar. So here I am going to work on the list, and I'm going to take out the slice from the list. So what does slice mean? Slice mean Slice means that a part of something. So over here, if you see here, there are some objects like cake, apple, and pizza. So over here, if you see, this part is the part of the complete cake. So this is called a slice. Similarly, when you see the apple, the entire apple, and this is the part of the apple. So this is called the slice. Likewise, if you see the pizza, so from the entire pizza, we see a small part of this pizza, and this is called the slice. So in the similar way, or likewise, if we going to process a list, if we are going to process a string or tuple in the Python, we'll have to extract the slices. So how to extract the slice and how to extract the elements using different indexes from left to right or right to left, and with the steps, this we'll discuss in this video. So let's start. So see here, there are three objects. One is list, other is tuple, and the third one is the string. So we have three objects here, and in all these three objects, we'll apply slicing. So how to apply slice? Just have a look on the syntax. If you see the syntax, this is object name, and part one is start, means starting index, then stop index, and then step index. So these three parts are there in slicing. So the slicing can be applied on list, slicing can be applied on tuple, and slicing can also be applied on the string. And this is the syntax where we have seen that the syntax says the object name and start, stop, and step. And these three values are optional. And if you take these three values, they should be the integers, and these integers are optional. Now see, as we have seen that object syntax or the slicing syntax is object name, start, stop, and step. If you take the object like start, stop, when step is positive, it means you are moving from left to right or start to stop. Contrary to it, if you have the object with indexes start, stop, and negative, it means you have to move right to left, or end to start, this way. And for example, I have the list, and this list consists of 15 elements. So this way I have distributed the list, and here you will observe that every element in this list possesses an index. But when you move left to right, we see the indexes are positive, and when we see indexes are negative, means we will have to traverse right to left. So here, if you are moving from left to right, then these indexes will play the role, and when you move from right to left, then negative indexes play the role. See here, now it's time to get the slice. And suppose this is the list, and out of this list, we see that we are going to manipulate the slicing. So here, the start index is 5, and stop index is 9, and the step, which is by default, is 1. And if you give, nothing like it, and if you do not give, it will take 1 by default. So here, 5 to 9 means you start from 5 and go up till stop -1, and this is the step that is 1 only. So 5, index 5, here this is index 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 will exclude it. So we'll extract these values, indexes of 5, 6, 7, 8, but 9 is a part of the list, but we'll exclude it. So this way, if we apply slicing, we'll see that A5 colon 9 colon 1 means you'll start from index number 5, and you should go up to this index less than this index. So this way you'll get the slicing A5, A6, A7, A8, and here A9 is excluded, and that is why we get the slicing elements, or the slice of the elements 3 to 17. So these elements 3 to 17 will be extracted from the list. So this is the slice if you apply 5 colon 9 colon 1. Next, suppose we have the indexes -13 to -7 means starting index is -13 and ending index is -7 and step is 1. So we'll have to move, because the step is positive, so you'll have to move left to right, and that is why we'll move from 13 to -7. So this is -13. So see here, this arrow shows that you'll have to move from -13 to 7, rather one step before. So if you consider one step before this, that is index -8, and that is why it stops at index number 8. So till from -13 to -8, there are the values 8. So see here, a -13, -12, a -11, a -10, a -9, and a -8. And this time also a -7, and means -7 index is excluded, and we see that 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is a slice. So this is the slice 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What happened when we have start indexes 3 and ending index or stop index is 10? So again the step is obviously 1, because we have omitted a step from this slice. So here a step is by default 1. So what happens in this case? So it will include A3, A4, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8, A9, and it will exclude A10. And that is why your slice is of A3 to A9. And this will give you this slice. The slice is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6. So this slice will be extracted out if you apply this slicing. You apply this or this, you'll get slice 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6. This slice you will get from this list. Next, what happens when we have negative indexes, means negative starting index and ending in a negative index. So suppose we have taken example of -11 to -6 and see what happens. So it means here, since nothing is given as a step, so positive value is supposed, and that is why -11, -6 and step +1 is taken. So see here, -11 to -6. So -11 to -6, -11, -10, a -9, a -8, and a -7, and the last index is -6, because you'll have to move -11 to -6 and the last index is excluded, and that is why the element will be considered from index -11, -10, -9, -8, -7, and -6 is excluded, and hence we get a slice of 43217 values. So this is the example when we have -11 means starting index is negative and ending index or stop index is also negative, but step was omitted, and hence since step was omitted, so by default step is considered as 1. So see here again, this example, uh, starting index is 6 and ending index is 3. Obviously the step is by default 1. So see here, you'll move from 6 to 3. So this is, I think, not possible. So you are moving in positive direction, that is left to right, but the starting index is greater than the ending index, or starting index is greater than the stop index, and that is why you cannot move from right to left, because your step index is positive, and that is why it will not move towards left, and hence you'll get the empty slice. An example, so in this list, if you want to extract, get the slice, starting index is 6 and ending index is 3, but this time the step is -1, means you are moving right to left from A6, then A5, then A4, then A3, and A3 is excluded in this case. So when A3 is excluded, so you'll get 432 is as slice. Okay, since this is in negative direction, means right to left, and that is why the slice will be 2, 3, and 4, because you are moving right to left, because your index is -1, and that is why you are moving right to left. So whenever you see the step is negative, it means you should make your mind that your movement is from right to left. and likewise your slice is extracted. So in this case, when you are seeing the slice of A6, A5, A4, A3, so A3 is excluded and your slice will be 2, 3, 4 from right to left, as the step was -1. The next example. So again, I'm here to remind you that objects on the list, what while doing slicing, you need an object where there will be three parts. Part number one, that is start, and second part is stop, and third part is step. So when you move, when the start is less than stop, when the step is positive, it means start index is less than the stop. When step is positive, the start index is less than stop. In the second case, when the step is negative, it means stop is less than start. So this way, you see, start to stop means you have to move from left to right, and when this is the step is negative, then we'll have to move start to, I mean, negative to positive, means ending to start or ending to beginning. See, for example, if you have the same list and we have A44, means starting index is 4, ending index is 4. So here by default the step is 1. So neither you can move right nor you can move left. So either you have a step +1 or step -1, you'll get the empty slice. See, this example shows neither left nor right. In the second example, suppose A62 minus 6, A minus 62 minus 6, the same index, or the step is omitted, and that is why by default step is +1, it is taken. So -6 colon -6, starting index is -6, ending index is -6, and step is +1, and that is why this will not move left to right or right to left, even if you take A -6 colon -6 colon -1, and this time you'll get the empty slice. And suppose your starting index is -8 and ending index is -12, and your step is -1, it means you will have to move right to left. So right to left, so first index will be -8, then -9, -10, -11, and that's all. -12 will be excluded, and hence you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 you'll get as the slice. So right to left you'll get the slice 1, 2, 3, 4. In another example, if you have starting index is -12 but ending index is -8, and here the step is positive, means you'll have to move from left to right. From left to right means you will have to move from this direction, from left to right, that is -A12, -A11, -A10, -A9, -A8 will be excluded, and hence you'll get a minus 12 is 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, and minus 8 is excluded. That is why the slice is 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's take another example where the staff value is increased. Previously, the staff value was 1, and this time 1 or minus 1, and this time the staff is increased. The gap is bigger. So we have the list like 10, 11, 10, 8, and same list we are having, but this time we'll going to take out the slice from index 5 to index 11. Means you'll start from 5, index number 5, and we'll have to move left to right as this step is positive. So start is 5, stop is 11, and step is 2, and that is why we'll have A5, start is 5, and gap of step of 2. So after 5, index 5 is this. After 5, the gap of 2, then 7, then gap of 2, then 9, then gap of 2, that is 11. So 11 will not be included because this is a gap of a step of 2, and that is why you will get 13, 17, and 16. 5 to 7, 7 to 9, and 9 to 11. So 11 will be excluded, and this will go up to 9. So you will extract 3 values as slice. So these 3 values are 13, 17, and 16. And though it was the gap of 2, the step of 2, and that is why this is the picture. So after index 5, you'll jump to index number 7. After 7, you'll jump to index number 9. And after 9, you will have to jump to step index number 11, which is not possible because we'll have to move n minus step. Okay. Now the next example. Again, the same situation, but the steps are changed. The steps and start stop are changed. So my start index is 11, stop index is 3, and the step index is minus 3. So we are here on 11. 11 to 3, yani we have to move right to left because minus 3 indicates that you will have to move right to left. Negative means right to left and towards beginning. So minus 3, it means 11, jump from 11 and skip step 3. So see here, it will be after 11, subtract 3 from the value. So 11 minus 3, that is 8, and subtract 3 from 8, you will get a 5. So that is why you will get the indexes A11, A8, and A5, and A2 will be excluded. A11, then A8, then A5, then A2, gap of 3, like this, gap of 3. A11, A8, and A5. So this way, because this time if you move towards left, 2 will come into existence, which is not required. We want the gap of 2. So the index 2, the positive 2, is not possible, and hence it will take A11, A8, A5, and that is why the values from right to left 22, 18, and 13. So this way A11 stop at 3, and a step of -3 will give you A11, the starting index, then gap of 3, A8, then gap of 3, A5, then gap of 3, A2, which is not possible. So it will give you 22, 18, and 13 as a slice. Next example. In this example, we have seen, or we see, the starting index is -12 and ending index is -5, and the step is 2. That it means we'll have to move from left to right. So -12 is here, then gap of 2, that is -10, and so on. To see, -12, then step up to -10, then step up to -8, then step up to -6, then step up to -4, which is not possible because we'll have to move till -5. So only -6 index, last index, will be considered, and hence we'll copy these values: a -12, a -10, a -8, a -6. So this way we'll get 5, 3 from, because this is positive, so we'll have to extract from left to right. So on index number 12 we have 5, on index number 10 -10 we have 13. So 5, 13, 17, and 16 is the slice we'll get from this list if we apply slice -12, -5, and +2. See this way: -12 to -10, -10 to -8, -8 to -6, and this all, because we cannot move beyond this. As example of slicing, we have the slice, we have the list, and we want to have the slice starting from 14, ending 7, but step is -3, means you are moving right to left. You are moving right to left. 14, start from 14 and gap of 3. So 14, after that gap of 3, that is 11, then 8, then 5, and so on. So we'll take the value, or we'll extract values from right to left. So see here, from 14 to 11, 11 to 8, and 8 to, we cannot move beyond this line, and that is why we'll have values 9, 22, and 18. 9, 22, and 18. These values as slice we extract from this list. Example, when one part is missing. Here in this list, we see that start is missing, but stop is given and step is given. But the step is positive, so we'll have to move left to right. So what should be here when the stop is, start is omitted? In this case, we'll consider 0 as the starting index. So 0, 5, 1. So means you'll have to move from left to right because step is positive. So 0 to 4 we'll have to consider. So A0, A1, A2, A3, A4 will get the slice. So what is A0 on A0? This is 11. On A1, this is 10. On A2, this is 8. A3, this is 5. And A4, this is 44. And that is why we'll get from A:5:1, 11, 10, 8, 5, and 44 is the slice of this. Of this slicing, we'll get the values like this. So see here, we are moving from 0 to, because we will have to move to or reach 5, and as per the norms, we cannot consider the last index because we will have to move till stop index -1, and that is why it is giving A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. And this way we have excluded A5. And hence we got 11, 10, 8, 5 and 44 as the slice. Moving left to right. Now next, in this example, where start is omitted and is given, but the index is -1, means you are moving right to left. So how to move right to left? This is 14 colon 5 colon -1, means you can say right to left you will have to move, and that is why it is going to take the first value as 9, A14, A13, A12, A11, A10, A9, A8, A7, A6 और कहाँ till what? Till index 5, and we'll have to move till 6. We cannot move beyond 6, as we'll have to move till the final index or the stop index -1. So till 6 we'll have to travel, and this way we get the slice this 9, 10, 19, 22, 15, 16, 18, 17 and 21. So this is a slice comes from this kind of slicing. When start index is missing but ending index is given and step is given, that is -1, it means we will have to move from right to left. And this way we got A14, A13, A12, A11, A10, A9, A8, A7, A6, and we will have to exclude A5. And this way we have got the value or slice 9, 10 from right to left, 9, 10, 19, 22, 15, 16, 18, 17, 21. Another example, when start is giving but stop is missing and gap is also or step is also given. So what should be done in this case? So we'll have to take the last index because the stop index is missing. So that is why the stop index will be considered as 15, the last index, and the gap of 2. So this way we can say this is A6, A6 gap of 2, then A8 gap of 2, then A10, then gap of 2, A12, then gap of 2, A14. So see here what is on A6. On A6 we have 12, 21. A8 we have 18. A10 we have 15, and A12 we have 19, and A14 we have 9, because there was no stop index, and that is why we had to take the last index as well, and that is why it is taking all the values starting from index 6 till the end. See this? Now in another example, if we have the list and this time also we have missed the stop index. So see here, so we'll have to move towards right to left, from right to left. So this way the starting index is 7 and ending index will be treated as the -1, because stop index is not given, but there is a provision that Python automatically considers the ending index. So this way it will start from 7 from 7 like this. It's a gap of 2. So gap of 2, and this is because this is negative, so we'll have to move right to left and the gap of 2. So we'll move right to left with gap of 2. So first we'll consider A7, then A5, then A3, then A1, and then A minus 1, which is not in the list. So this way the slice is 17, 13 means right to left, 5 and 10. Another example, when the start and stop index both are missing, but the step is positive, then see what happens. Just have a look. Means there is no start, there is no end. It means you want to select the entire list, and that is why it is showing that entire list is selected. What if the step is negative? In this case, the entire list is selected, but movement from right to left. Another example. So this is the list again, and we have omitted everything. Means there is no stop, there is no end, and there is no step. In this case, what will happen? When there is no gap, when there is no step, Python takes one by default step. So step is one by default. It means it will start from beginning, means 0 index, till the last index. So the set will be start index is 0, ending index is 15, and the step of +1, and we'll have to move from left to right. So from 0, 1, 2, 3, the entire list will be taken onto account. This way. The complete list is a slice. Hope this is clear to you. Next example. In this example, we have taken -2 as a step, but start is missing and end is also missing. Then what happens? And this way, you must guess that we will have to move right to left with the gap of 2. So here, from the end index, we'll have to move towards left from 14 to beginning and gap of -2. Just see like this. From 14 to 12, 12 to 10, 10 to 8, 8 to 6, 6 to 4, and 4 to 2, and 2 to 0. Since -1 is not there, so till this place we'll have to consider the slice. So A14 to -1 with a step of -2, it will give you 9, 19, 15, 18, 21, 44, 8, and 11. So again, you see this when start is not there, stop is not there, but gap is there, that is -2, step is there, -2. So it will move from right to left with the gap of 2, and we'll get this. The entire list will be considered from right to left, and the values will be considered from right to left onwards. Hope this is clear. So another example, when we see the any of the index is a part of the list, like here, but one is a part of the list, then we can do it. We can extract the slice. So we have starting index is 6, we have ending index which is not in the list, and that is why it means end of the list, towards the end. and gap of or step of 2. So what happens in this case? We'll move from 6 till end. So 6 colon 15 colon 2, because the last index of this list is 15, because we have 15 elements. So 15 minus 1, that is 14. So last index is 14. And that is why we'll have 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 14. That's all. And this way we get 21, 18, 15, 19 and 9. And what if we have 100 starting, which is not in the list, minus 20, which is again not in the list. So the starting means starting, obviously it is because we will have to move right to left. So it starting will be your 14 or maybe 15. So last index is 14. So we'll have to move from 14 till the last or the starting index. So here, if you apply this command, 100 minus 20, because you'll have to move towards left, because step is negative, so we'll have to move right to left, and gap of 4. So we'll start from 14, and from 14 gap of 4, it will give you 10, gap of 4, it will give you 6, gap of 4, it will give you 2, and gap of 4, this goes beyond the range. And that is why the slice is 9, 15, 21 and 8 from right to left. An example where the stop index is not in the range. It means we'll have to take the last index or last range of the list, that is we'll have, because 1 is in the list but the ending or 1 is not in the list. So starting is in the list but ending is not in the list, so we have taken the last index. So here, so we'll start from 6 and we'll move till 15 minus 1 and with the step of 1, and that is why it will take like this: 21 starting from 6, step of 1, 21, 17, 18, 16, 15, 22, 19 and 10, and last one is 9. So this is a slice. If you see, one exists in the list and the other doesn't exist in the list, and that is why we'll have to consider this method. So from starting index, we'll move till end of the list and with the gap of step of 1. An example here, both starting and ending, both the indexes are not in the list, but we'll have to move from right to left. So again 15 to 0, minus 1 is the gap, means you are traversing from right to left. So the entire list is selected as a slice. 15 to 0 minus 1 means 9, 10, 19, 22, 15, and right to left we will have to move because minus 1 is there, negative and step is there. And this way we can select the entire list as the slice. As example, here you see neither 16 is in the list because start index is 16. 100 is also is not in the list. So 16 and 100 both the indexes are beyond the list. So obviously there'll be no slice. So this is the empty slice. There's no element. 16 to 100, there are no elements. Similarly, if we see this minus 20 to minus 100, there will be no element. So again, it will give you the empty slice. So minus 20 is beyond minus 15, minus 100 is not there. So this will give you the empty slice. So this way, we have discussed every part of extracting the slice in Python, and hope you understand the concept. And if you face any problem, and wherever in the list, you can comment me, or you can call me, or you discuss everything whatever you want to learn in Python as far as slicing is concerned. So if you uh, I would like to be pleased if you comment. So we'll be meeting in the next video with the new topic. Till then, bye bye.